These are the questions that dropped in the WASSCE 2024 for private candidates. Core Mathematics Paper 2. Let's see if we can solve these questions. Let's begin with the very first one. It's on sequence and series. The sum of the fifth and eighth terms of an arithmetic progression AP is 28 whole number 1 over 5. If the third term is subtracted from twice the seventh term, the result is 25 whole number 4 over 5. Find the common difference. So we know the first equation will be given by a plus 4d, which is the fifth term, and the eighth term will be a plus 7d, and that will be equal to 28 whole number 1 over 5. So when we simplify this, we will obtain something like 2a plus 11d is equal to 141 over 5. We can multiply through by 5 to obtain 10a plus 55d is equal to 141. We can call this our first equation. Then again, the second equation will come from the second statement. The third term is subtracted from twice the seventh term, and that will be equal to 2 times of a plus 6d, which is the seventh term, minus a plus 2d is equal to 25 whole number 4 over 5. And this will also simplify to give us an equation like 5a. So first you expand to get 2a plus 12d minus a minus 2d is equal to 129 over 5. So this will simplify to 5a plus 50d equal 129. When we multiply through by 2, we will get 10a plus 100d is equal to 141. Is equal to 258. So we have another equation here. We can solve these two equations simultaneously. When we subtract the two equations, we obtain 45d is equal to 117. So when we divide through by 45, we get d to be equal to 13 over 5, or 2.6. We can find the value of a. We know that 5a plus 50 times 13 over 5 will be equal to 129. When you simplify this, you should obtain 5a to be equal to -1, and a will be equal to -1 over 5. I will leave that one for you to fill in. So we found the first term to be -1 over 5, the common difference to be 13 over 5. Now we have to find the sum of the first 8 terms. Recall that sum of the first n terms is given by n over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So n is equal to 8, so sum of the first 8 terms will be equal to 8 over 2 to bracket 2 times a plus 7 times 13 over 5. 7 is 8 minus 1, and when we simplify this, we should get 71.2. I know you can simplify that. Then let's look at the question number 2. Question number 2. If the number 5 is added to both the numerator and the denominator of a certain fraction, the result is 2 over 3. When the number 3 is subtracted from both the numerator and the denominator of the fraction, the result is 2 over 5. Find the fraction. So we don't know the fraction, so let x over y be the fraction. So if that is the case, then we subtract, when we add 5 to both the numerator and the denominator, the result will be 2 over 3. We can cross multiply to get 3 into bracket x plus 5 is equal to 2 into bracket y plus 5. Let's expand to get 3x plus 15 is equal to 2y plus 10. So we will obtain 3x minus 2y is equal to 10 minus 15, which is negative 5. We can call this our first equation. Then again, the second statement says when 3 is subtracted from both the numerator and the denominator, the result is 2 over 5. So we cross multiply. I want you to cross multiply. Then we obtain 5 into bracket x minus 3 is equal to 2 into bracket x minus 3. So we should simplify and obtain something like 5x minus 15 is equal to 2x minus 6. So this should give us 5x minus 2y, supposed to be y, not x. Y here, y here, y here. So 2y is equal to negative 2y is equal to 9. So this is equation 2. When we subtract equation 2 and 3, we obtain 2x is equal to 14. So this gives us x to be equal to 7. Then we also know that 3 times 7 minus 2 times y is equal to negative 5 from the first equation. So we get 21 is equal to negative 2y minus 5. It's got negative 2y. So 21 minus 2y equal negative 5. So we get 21 plus 5 will be equal to 2y. So 26 will be equal to 2y. Y will be equal to 13. Therefore, the fraction will be x over y, which is 7 over 13. Let's look at question number 3. The radius and height of a cylinder are 7 centimeters and 14 centimeters respectively. Calculate the curved surface area of the cylinder. We are also to find the total surface area of the cylinder if it is closed at both ends. The volume of the cylinder. So recall that the curved surface area of a cylinder is given by 2 pi rh. So 2 times 22 over 7 times r, which is 7 times 14. And this will simplify to 2 times 22 times 14. And that will give us 616 centimeters squared. Then the B part of the question says you find the total surface area if it is closed at both ends. So total surface area will be equal to 2 pi r into bracket r plus h, and that will be equal to 2 times 22 over 7 times 7 into 7 plus 14. So that will give us 44 times 21. And when you simplify that, you are getting 924 centimeters squared. Then let's look at the C part. The volume is given by pi r square h, which is 22 over 7 times 7 squared times 14. And this will give us, 7 will go into 49 7 times, so 22 times 7 times 14. And that will simplify to 2156 centimeter squared. Let's proceed to question number 4. A point M is 3.2 kilometers from another point Q on a bearing of 60 degrees, and R is 2.4 kilometers on a bearing of 150 degrees from Q. Illustrate the information in a diagram. So this is how the diagram will look like. We have Q here, we have M here, and we have R here. So this is the 60 degrees. Then we will have the 150 degrees up to this point. So the small angle here is 30, and the bigger one here is 60. So the angle here is 90 degrees. So it means that we can find m r squared using Pythagoras theorem. That will be equal to qm squared. Remember, this is 3.2 kilometers. This is 2.4 kilometers. So that will give us 3.2 kilometers squared plus 2.4 kilometers squared. And that will give us 10.24 plus 5.76, which is going to give us 16. Square root of 16 is 4 kilometers. Then we are asked to find the bearing of M from R. So with the bearing of M from R, is what we do. You will first of all calculate the angle, which is here. The bearing of M from R, so this is R here. So the bearing of M from R, we start measuring from here till we get here. So that is, the angle here will be equal to the angle here. And we know that the angle from this side to this side is 60. So when we calculate the angle here, we subtract it from 60 to get the angle here, which is equal to the one here. So we find the angle here. Angle M is given by tangent of M is equal to opposite, which is 2.4 over adjacent, which is 3.2, and that will give us 0.75. So the angle M will be equal to tan inverse of 0.75, and that will be equal to 36.869. degrees. So to get the bearing, we subtract that from 60. So the bearing will be 60 minus 36.8699, and that will be equal to 23.13 degrees, or 0.23 degrees. So that is the bearing that we are required to find, 0.23 degrees. Then we have the fifth question here. In the diagram, line segment XY is a tangent to the circle PQR at P. Then we're told that QR is equal to PR, and PR is parallel to SZ. Angle PRQ is equal to 50, and line segment SZ bisect angle RSY. We have to find angle RPS, angle PSR, and angle PRS. So how do we start? So recall that by the angles in alternate segments, this angle will be equal to the angle here. And the angle here, which is angle RQM, is equal to angle RPQ, because they are the base angles of an isosceles triangle. So let's say this is y degrees and this is y degrees. Then y plus the 50 should be equal to 180 degrees. So 2y will be equal to 180 minus 50, which is 130 degrees. So y will be equal to 65 degrees. But we know that this angle is equal to y. Therefore, angle RPS is equal to 65 degrees. Since this angle is 65 degrees, and we know that this line is parallel to this line, the angle which is here will also be equal to the angle here. Corresponding angles are equal. So if corresponding angles are equal, then the angle here is also 65 degrees. Then because line SZ bisects that angle, this will also be 65 degrees. So we can find angle PSR. Angle PSR, the angle here. Angle PSR plus this should be equal to 180. So angle PSR plus 65 degrees plus 65 degrees should be equal to 180 degrees. So angle PSR will be equal to 180 degrees minus 130, which is equal to 50 degrees. So we are left with angle PRS. PRS, the angle over here. So that angle, when we add it to this one and this one, we're supposed to get 180. And we know that the angle here, we found it to be 50, and the angle here, we found it to be 65. So we found this angle to be 50, this to be 65, and now we are looking for this one. So angle PRS plus 65 plus 50 is equal to 180 degrees. So angle PRS will be equal to 180 minus 65 minus 50, which will give us 65 degrees. Do you want me to upload all the solutions to paper 2 here on this channel? Then please kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you. This is question 7. The table shows the distribution of test scores of pupils in a class. The mean mark is 4, whole number 21/28. We have to find the value of x. Total number of pupils in the class, the median score, probability that people choosing at random scored more than 3. So we can organize the data into this table. The score is x, frequency f, our number of pupils. Then we have the fx, which is this column times this column, or these values times these ones. We give us the fx. So when we times 1 by x plus 1, we get x plus 1. 2 times 2x plus 1. Then we expand to get 4x plus 2. 3 times 3x plus 2. We expand to get 9x plus 6. So we repeat the same process until we get 6 times 6x plus 5. We expand to get 36x plus 30. So we add all the values here to get 21x plus 16. We add all the values here in terms of x to get 91x plus 71. So the next thing we do now is that we're giving the mean to be equal to 4 whole number 21/58. And you recall that the mean is calculated using summation fx over summation f. And that should give us, according to the question, it should give us 4 whole number 21/58. So what do we do next? Let us put the summation fx, which is 91x plus 71, over 21x plus 16 is equal to, now let's convert these to mixed fraction or mixed numbers, and that will give us 253. 58 times 4 times 21 will give us 253 over 58. So what do we do next? We need to cross multiply and solve for x. So let's cross multiply. We have 91x plus 71 times 58, and that will be equal to 253 times 21x plus 16. So we expand. When we expand, 58 times 91 will give us 5278x. Then 58 times 7 will give us 4118. 253 times 21 will give us 5313x. Then 253 times 16 will give us 4048. So we group the like terms. We have 53,113 x minus 52,000 and 5,278. 5,278 x is equal to 4,118 minus 4,048. So this simplifies to 70 is equal to 35x. We divide through by 2, and that will give us s is equal to, we divide through by 35, and we get x is to be equal to 2. So the value of x is 2. The value of x here is 2. And we are asked to, so that is x equal to, for you, we are to find the total number of pupils in a class. That is summation fx. We know that summation fx equal 21x plus 16. So summation fx is the total number of students or pupils, 21 times 2 plus 16. And that will give us 42 plus 16, which is equal to 58. Then we're asked to also find the median score. So with the median score, we know that the table will now be looking like this when we substitute the value of x. So median is summation f, half summation f, half summation f appearance, or summation f value, the score that corresponds to half summation f. Summation f, we found it to be 58, so half of 58, that will be equal to the 29th value, or 29th score. That will be the median score. So the median score will be equal to, now when we add from here, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 8, we get 16, 16 plus 21, 27, so the 29th score will be here, and when we add from here to the 29th score will be here. So it corresponds to 5. The median mark is 5 marks. Then let's look at the last part of the question. Probability that a people choosing at random scored more than 3. Scoring more than 3. So that will be equal to, this is 3. So we add more than 3 will be from 11 plus 14 plus 17. So 11 plus 14 plus 17 all over 58. And that will give us 42 over 58. Or 21 over 29. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. If you want all the other videos to be uploaded on this channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Here we have the solution to the WASSCE exams 2024 core mathematics paper 2, question 6 through 13. Do you want me to upload the paper 1 solutions as well? Alright, please then kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Now let's consider the solution to question number 6. A businesswoman bought a printing machine for 8,000 and later sold it at a loss of 15%. She spent 3,500 of the amount received from the sale and invested the rest at 7% per annum compound interest. Calculate the interest earned after 4 years. So the selling price was 85% of the cost price. Selling price is equal to 85% because it was sold at a loss of 15%. 100 minus 15% will be equal to the 85%. So over 100 times the selling price, which is $8,000. And this will simplify to $6,800. You can simplify this to get this. I want you to do that for me. And we're told that he invested the rest of the money. So how much is that? So the rest of the money will be equal to 8,000 minus 6,800 rather minus 3,500. And the result is $3,300. So this is the amount she invested into the compound interest for 4 years at 7% per annum compound interest. So we can calculate the amount, which is given by A equal P 1 plus R percent exponent T, which is time. So the P here is the principal, which is 3,300. So we have the amount being equal to $3,300 times 1 plus 7 over 100 exponent 4, which is the time. So we have to simplify this. 3,300 times this will give us 1.07 exponent 4. And when we simplify this, we are obtaining $4,325.63. So that is the amount at the end of the 4 years. Now the interest will be equal to the 4,325.63 minus the 3,300. 4,325.63 minus the 3,300, and that will give us $1,025.63. So that is how much interest on the investment per annum compound interest, 7% per annum compound interest. And we are also asked to the B part of the question. So this is the A part. Now the B part of the question, we are asked to find the area swept by the minute hand from 7:35 hours to 18:20 hours. The minute hand of the clock is 7.2 centimeters, and we have to correct it to 5 significant figures. So how do you go about that? So we know that the area of a sector, this will be the area of a sector, because the clock is going to sweep not the whole clock. The minute hand is going to sweep not the whole clock, but a portion. When it sweeps the whole clock, the angle there will be 360, but because it is moving from 17:35 to 18:20, we need to calculate that angular difference. First, let's calculate the hour difference or the minute difference. So the difference in hours will be equal to 1820 minus 1735. So let's borrow 1 from here. 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. So 60 plus 20 minus 35, that will give us 45. And 17 minus 17 will be equal to 0 hours here. So it took 45 minutes to move from the 1735 to the 1820 mark. Now each angle in the each time the minute hand move in the clock, it covers an angle of 6 degrees, because we have 60 minutes in one revolution. So each time the minute hand move, it covers an angle of 6 degrees. So if it moves in 45 minutes, in 1 minute, an angle of 6 degrees is covered. So in 45 minutes, we are going to get 45 minutes. We are going to get 45 times 6, and that is going to give us 270 degrees. So the angle here is 270 degrees, and we're told that the length of the radius is 7.2 centimeters. So we can now calculate the area of the sector. So the area of a sector is given by theta equal, and the area of a sector is given by A equal theta over 360 times pi r squared. So theta over 360, 270 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 7.2 squared. And that will give us 0.75 times 162.926, and this is going to give us 122.19 centimeters squared. We are now with question number 6. Now let's look at question number 8. Two consecutive even numbers. Two consecutive even numbers are such that 1/3 of the smaller exceeds 1/4 of the larger by 7. So we have to find the numbers. If you have not shared this video yet, please kindly share this video for me. Thank you very much for showing love by sharing. Thank you. So we know the even numbers are like this: x plus 2, x plus 4, and so on and so forth. So let's pick two consecutive. So let's pick this one and this one. And we're told that two consecutive even numbers are such that 1/3 of the smaller one, so 1/3x, exceeds 1/4 of the larger one, so 1/4x plus 2 by 7. So this is a linear equation that we can solve by multiplying through by the LCM, which is 12. So when we multiply through by 12, we are going to get, we know that 3 goes into 12 4 times, 4 goes into 12 3 times. So we are going to obtain 4x is equal to 3 into bracket x plus 2 plus 7 times 12, 7 10 70, 7 11 77, 7 12 84. So we have 4x. Let's expand. 3x plus 6 plus 84. Now 4x minus 3x will give us x. 6 plus 84 will give us 90. So the next number will be x plus 2, which is 92. So 90, 92. The numbers are 90 and 92. The consecutive even numbers are 90 and 92. Now let's look at the B part of the question. A solid cylinder and a sphere have same radius r centimeters. The total surface area of the cylinder is twice as large as the surface area of the sphere. Find the ratio of the volume of the cylinder to the volume of the sphere. So we know a cylinder looks like this. So the radius here is r, and we have a sphere also looking like something like this. So we're told that they all have the same radius, r. Alright, so the total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into bracket r plus h, and the total surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r squared, 2 times the area of a circle will give you the area of a sphere. 4 times the area of a circle will give you the area of a sphere, not 2 times. So we're told that the total surface area of the cylinder is 3 times. So 2 pi r into bracket r plus h is thrice. So 3 times of 4 pi r squared. We have to calculate for the ratio of the volume of the cylinder to the volume of the sphere. So now we can simplify this and get the height in terms of the radius. So if I divide through by 2 pi r, what do I get? I get r plus h is equal to 3 times 2 pi r, 3 times 3, so this will go into this 2 times. The pi will cancel out, the r will go here r times. So we are going to get r plus h is equal to 3 times 2, which is 6r. So h will be equal to 6r minus r, which is 5r. Now since h is 5r, we can now find the volume of the cylinder and the volume of the sphere in terms of their radius, and we can divide. So volume of sphere, so volume of cylinder over volume of sphere will be equal to volume of cylinder is pi r square h, pi r square h. The h is 5r divided by volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube, pi r cube. So the pi's will cancel out, pi will take care of pi. Then we have r square times r will give you r cube, then it will take out the r cube. So now we have 5 divided by 4 over 3, or 5 times 3 over 4. So that will give us 15 over 4. Therefore, the ratio of the volume of the cylinder to the volume of the sphere is equal to 15:4. 15:4. Let's take care of question number 9. We have to find the equation of the line that passes through the point -5, -4, perpendicular to 2x minus 3y equal 5. Please don't forget to share this video. Good, thank you. Don't also forget to subscribe to this channel. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, so we have the point -5, -4. We have the line 2x minus 3y equal 5. We need to determine the gradient that is perpendicular to the gradient of this line. So first of all, the gradient of this line is given by 2x minus 5 is equal to 3y. I'm arranging in the form y equal mx plus c. So if I divide through by 3, by 3, by 3, you realize that I will get y to be equal to 2 over 3x minus 5 over 3. Compare it to y equal mx plus c, you get the m to be equal to 2 over 3. So the gradient of this line here is 2 over 3. But we want the gradient of a line that is perpendicular to it. So let's say this is having m to be 2 over 3. We want another line that is perpendicular to it. So that one, the gradient will be the negative reciprocal of 2 over 3. So let's say m, let me call it m2. This one is m1. So negative reciprocal of 2 over 3. And that will be equal to negative 3 over 2. So we got our point, -5, -4. And we want our equation, which is given by y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1, where our x1 is -5, our y1 is -4. So we have y minus -4 is equal to m, -3 over 2, into bracket x minus x1, -5. So we have y plus 4 is equal to -3 over 2, into bracket x plus 5. So what can we do now? We can multiply through by 2 and simplify. So let's do that. Let me get some space here. Get some space here. So we have our equation now. Remember, the equation is y plus 4 equal -3 over 2 x plus 5. So multiplying through by 2, we get 2 times y, which is 2y, is equal to 2 times y, which is 2y plus 8. 2 times 4 is 8, is equal to -3. When we expand, we get -3x minus 15. So when I move the 3x to this side, I get 3x plus 2y is equal to -15 minus 8, which is -23. So that is the equation of that line. The required line has the equation of that. We have the B part of the question. An observer of a building 300 meters high observes that angles of depression of two beds on the horizontal ground are 55 degrees and 78 degrees respectively. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Calculate correct to two decimal places the distance between the two beds. So this is how we go about it. This is how the diagram will look like. Great. So if the diagram is like this, then this is what we can do. You know, the observer is here, and the angle of depression of to the first bed is 55. degrees. That is by the alternate angles property of parallel lines. Remember, this line is parallel to this line. We have this to be 55 degrees as well. Then also the second bed, the angle of depression is this, which is 78. So that is equal to this as well. So now how do we calculate for the difference? So let's label. The first bed is A, second bed is B, then we have the foots, then we have the top here, D. Alright. So by trigonometry, from triangle ACD, we know that the tan of that angle tan 55 degrees let me write well. Tan 55 degrees will be equal to opposite, which is 300 meters, over adjacent, which is AC, the distance from A to C. So this will give us AC to be equal to 300 over tan 55 degrees. So we're actually finding the distance between the two beds, that is the distance A to B. But we have to find AC, then we find BC because of the angles given us. Then we subtract BC from AC to get AB. So in a similar way, we can take the tangent of 78 degrees, and that will be equal to 300. The angle here is 90, with 300 meters over the adjacent, which is BC. So BC will now be equal to 300 over tan 78. So AC is actually equal to AB is actually equal to line segment AC minus line segment BC. So that will give us 300 over tan 55, and 300 over tan 55 is giving us 210.0623 minus BC, which is 300 over tan 78, and that one is also giving us 63.76697. So when you do the subtraction, you obtain 146.29533 meters, and we have to correct it to 2 decimal places, and that will be equal to 146.30 meters. So that's the distance between the two beds. That's the distance between the two beds to 2 decimal places. Alright, so let's look at question number 10. The mean score of 50 pupils in a class test is 32.5. If there are 22 boys in the class and their mean score in the test is 33.4, find the mean score of the girls. Alright, so let's find the mean score. Let's use the mean score of the whole class. So that will give us the total score of the whole class over the total number of students.
or total number of pupils, which is 40. So the mean score of the whole class is given as 32.5 is equal to the total sum of the whole class times 40. So we multiply this by 40. So 40 times 32.5, and that will give us 1,300. So the total score of the whole class is 1,300. Then again, we're told that the mean of the boys, which is the total score of the boys in a class, over the total number of boys, which is 22, and the mean score of the boys is given as 33.4, is equal to the total score, which is the total times 22 give us the total score summation. So that will give us the total score of the boys. So 33.4 times 22, that will be equal to 734.8. 734.8 is equal to the total score of the boys in the class. Now we are asked to calculate the mean score of the girls. So the mean score of the girls will be equal to total score of the girls, which will be the total score of the whole class, 1,300, minus the total score of the boys, 734.8, all over 40 minus 22, which is 18. And that will give us 31.4. So the mean score of the girls is actually 31.4. Now let's look at the B part of the question. Let me get some space here so that I can use it to solve the B part of the question. So with the B part of the question, we have something like this. We have two real numbers. One is m, which is one whole number, 6/7. Then another one is n, which is two whole number, 11/28. And we are asked to find the number that is exactly halfway. So let's say this number here, h. So h will be equal to m plus n over 2. It should be equal to m plus n over 2, or half of m plus n. So m, we have to change to one whole number, 6/7, to fraction, and that will give us 177 plus 6, 13/7. Then we add it to 2 times 28 is 56. 56 plus 11 is 67/28. So we have half of the LCM here will be 28. Then we know that 7 will go into 28 4 times 13, that will be 52. Then 28 will go into 28 once, times 67 is 67. So this will be equal to 1 over 2 of 119 over 28, or 119 over 56. And this will simplify to 17 over 8, and that will be 2 whole number 1 over 8. So the number that is exactly halfway between the numbers is 2 whole number 1 over 8. Alright, so let's proceed to question number 11. Before that, please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet, and thank you so much for your support. Alright, so question number 11. A motorist travels from town M to town P at an average speed of 72 kilometers per hour. On the return journey, the average speed was 90 kilometers per hour. If the motorist used 12 hours for the total journey, stopover not included, how far is M from P? So let's take it one after the other. We have the motorist travels from town M to town P on average speed of 72 kilometers. Remember that speed is equal to distance over time taken. So the first journey, the speed is 72 kilometers per hour, and that is going to give a distance over the first time taken. So let's make the first time taken the subject, because we're giving the total time to be 12. So the first time taken will be equal to d over 72. The distance is the same in both cases. So d will still be the d. We'll not have d1, d2. But in a similar way, we can have t2, which is from the 90 kilometers per hour. That is the second phase of the journey, or the return journey. So the speed is equal to the same distance over the second time taken. So the second time taken will be equal to d over 90. And we're told that when we add the two times, t1 plus t2, we should get 12. So this means that we are going to have an equation like this. Remember that t1 is d over 72, t2 is d over 90. So d over 72 plus d over 90 is equal to 12. You can find the LCM, which is 360. So 72 going to 360 5 times. So times 360 times 360 times 360. We multiply through by 360. So 72 going to 360 5 times. So we'll get 5d, then plus 4d, and that will be equal to 360 times 12. So we have 9d is equal to 360 times 12. So d will be equal to 360 divided by 9 will be 40. So 40 times 12. And that will give us 480 kilometers. So 480 kilometers is the distance between town M and town P. Alright. Now let's consider the B part of the question. The B part of question 11. Before we start, please kindly share this video for me. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So given that log to base 8 of 18 minus x squared over 2x plus 3 is equal to 1 over 3. So we write it as an initial equation. So 18 minus x squared over 2x plus 3 will be equal to, the base will come and raise the number here, so 8 exponent 1 over 3, and you know that that one will give us 2. So we have 18 minus x squared over 2x plus 3 equal 2. So we can cross multiply. So 2 over 1 times 18 minus x squared is 18 minus x squared is equal to 2 times 2x plus 3. So let's expand. We have 18 minus x squared is equal to 4x plus 6. So we are going to obtain, I'm going to move everything to the right side, so that I'll get x squared, then I'll get plus 4x, then I'll get 6 minus 18, which is minus 12, is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Two numbers that when we add we get 4, and when we multiply we get negative 12, is 6 and negative 2. So you can factor this as x minus 2 and x plus 6 equals 0. So by the zero product principle, x minus 2 equals 0, or x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x is either equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 6. When you check, both of them will give you the same result, a positive result. Therefore, both x equal negative 6 and 2 satisfy the equation. The values of x are x equal 2 or x equal negative 6. We are done with question number 11. We are proceeding to question number 12. Question number 12. So question number 12 is here. In a triangle ABC, line segment AB has magnitude 15 centimeters, line segment BC had magnitude 18 centimeters, and line segment AC had magnitude 5 centimeters. And D and E are points on AB such that, on AB and AC respectively, such that line segment AD had magnitude 9 centimeters and DE is parallel to line segment BC. Illustrate the information in a diagram. So we can see that this is parallel to this. So the triangles are similar triangles. They are similar triangles. Triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. So if that is the case, we can calculate the value of line segment DE from here to here. So the ratio of line segment AB, which is 15 centimeters, over line segment AD, which is 9, will be equal to line segment DE, line segment BC, which is 18 centimeters, over line segment DE. The magnitude of line segment DE. So magnitude of line segment DE will be equal to, when we cross multiply, 15 DE will be equal to 9 times 18. Then you divide through by 15. And when we simplify this will give us 10.8 centimeters. Therefore, DE is equal to 10.8 centimeters. Now let's look at the beta part. We are looking at EC. We are calculating the distance from here to here. So this is for alpha. Then for beta, we can still use the property of similarity. So we will have 15 over, so 15 over, so from here to here, over from here to here, 15 over 6 will be equal to, from here to here, which is AC, and AC is 5 over EC, which is what we don't know. So we can cross multiply, we get 15 EC. 15 EC is equal to 6 times 5. Then we divide through by 15 to get what is here. So, this will simplify to 2 because 5 will go into 15 3 times, 3 will go into 6 2 times. So EC is 2 centimeters. Looking at the B part of the question, the sum of two numbers is 27. Let the numbers be x and y. We can call this our first equation. And their product is 182. We can call this equation 2. So we can make y the subject in equation 2. 182 over x. So we just substitute y equal 182 into equation 1. We have x plus 182 over x, because the y is 182, equal 27. So multiplying through by x, we get x squared plus 182 is equal to 27x. Let's rewrite this in the standard quadratic equation form, and that will give us x squared minus 27x plus 182 equals 0. So we can split the middle term, minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 equals 0. So x into bracket x minus 13. Then we have minus 14 out. Then we have x minus 13 equals 0. So we then have x minus 14. Then we have x minus 13 is equal to 0. So we will get x minus 14 equals 0, or x minus 13 equals 0. So x is either equal to 14 or x equal 13. Now let's proceed to question number 13. Question number 13. The roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are negative half and negative 3 over 2. Find the values of a, b, and c. This question is just saying that a quadratic equation has roots negative half and negative 3 over 2. Find the values of a, b, and c. So for a quadratic equation, if the roots are negative 1 over 2 or negative 3 over 2, you can work backwards. We know that this will give us x, 2x. 2x will be equal to negative 1, or 2x will be equal to negative 3. So 2x plus 1 will be equal to 0, or 2x plus 3 will be equal to 0. So when you multiply this by this, you get 2x plus 1 into bracket 2x plus 3. Remember, we are working backward, equals 0. 0 times 0 is 0. So this was how it was before we split to get the two difference roots. So we have to solve this equation. We expand. So we have, remember, we had 2x into bracket 2x plus 3, then plus 1 into bracket 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this will give us 4x squared plus 6x. Then we have plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. So the equation becomes 4x squared plus 8x plus 3 equals 0. By comparing ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, we have a to be equal to 4. Then b will be equal to 8, c will be equal to 3. So b will be equal to 8, c will be equal to 3. And let's look at the b part of the question. We are given the interior angles of a polygon to be 2t plus 1 degree, blah, 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 up to 3t plus 2 degrees. We have to find the value of t. So remember that the polygon will have how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So the sum of all the angles is given by n minus 2 times 180. And that will give us the sum of all these angles here, which is 2t plus 1. Then you add it to 3t minus 2. Then you add it to 4t. Then you add it to 5t minus 2. Then you add it to 2t minus 1. And you add it to 3t plus 2. So when you add all, what are you getting? We are getting 19t minus 2 is equal to 6 here. Minus 2 give us 4. 4 times 180. So the 4 times the 180 will give us 720 is equal to 90t minus 2. So adding 2 to both sides, we have 722 is equal to 19t. Dividing through by 19, we obtain t to be equal to 38 degrees. So t equal 38 degrees. That's the value of t. We have to find the difference between the largest and smallest. The largest and smallest angle. So the largest angle will be 5t minus 2. So 5t minus 2 minus the least angle will be 2t minus 1. 2t minus 1. And that will be equal to the difference will be equal to 3t, because 5t minus 2 to give us 3t. Then we have plus 1 here. So minus 1, 3t minus 1. So 3 times 38 minus 1. 3 times 38 will give us, so the whole thing will give us 113 degrees, 113 degrees. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to as well. See you in the paper 1 solutions.